In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on this Ford E-350 with a 5.4 liter V8 engine. Let's get started. Underneath the van, you'll see your engine oil pan right in the center, and next to it is the oil filter. Let's get to draining the oil pan first, then we'll get to the oil filter. Now use a 16mm socket, loosen up the drain plug, have a collection bucket underneath ready to catch the fluid as it drains out. Unthread this the rest of the way, hold pressure on it, and when it's on the last thread, pull away quickly. That's going to allow the oil to drain into your bucket while making the least amount of a mess. Wipe down the drain plug and inspect its condition. The threads look good on mine, the head is good on mine. The O-ring that's here you can replace if you want to. Mine is still good and you can reuse it for a long time. So I'm going to put this back on, but of course if yours is in poor condition, consider replacing it. As the oil keeps draining, I'm going to loosen up the oil filter. Sometimes you can do this by hand. Other times you might need an oil filter wrench to help you out. Unthread the oil filter. Oil will come out of it, keep that in mind. Let this drain into your collection bucket. Finish unthreading the oil filter. Support it so it doesn't fall down. Inspect the oil filter housing, wipe it down, get all of the old oil and debris off of here. You want to make sure that the gasket didn't stick up here, the one that's on the oil filter, or should be. Sometimes they do, and you definitely want to take that off if that's the case. You don't want to double gasket this. Every time I'm able to, I like to pre-fill the filter. So take some 5W20 oil, that's what this engine calls for, and put it in the filter to fill it up. That way when it first starts up, it doesn't have to fill the filter up as well as the rest of the engine, so it doesn't run as dry for an extended period of time. I'm going to let the filter material inside the oil filter soak in with oil. With my clean glove, I'll take a little bit of this oil and oil up the gasket on top. This will prevent it from sticking in the future. Wipe this area down one last time before putting the filter on. Line up the filter and thread it on. It should thread on nice and smooth. It should not be difficult. If it is, it's probably cross-threading. At this point, I want to give it about half a turn after it bottoms out. So take into account where the seal has started touching, and then just spin it by hand. You should not need and should not use an oil filter wrench to tighten this up. Wipe off anything that may have dripped. This is down to a drip now, so let's reinstall the drain plug. Wipe everything off. Snug this up. Torque this to 17 foot-pounds. Under the hood, you'll find the oil filler cap towards the passenger side firewall right here next to the battery. Remove the cap, turn it counterclockwise, and you'll see on it that it says 5W20 oil. We need a total of 6 quarts of oil for this application. Once again, 5W20. If you pre-filled the oil filter, those 6 quarts count towards that as well, so make sure you take that into account. I'm going to put my funnel in here so I don't make a mess. And once again, put in all 6 quarts. Okay, this is our last quart. With all 6 quarts in the engine, put the oil filler cap back on, turn it clockwise till it locks in. On the driver's side of the engine, you'll see the engine oil dipstick right behind the power steering fluid reservoir next to the upper radiator hose. Reach in and pull it out. Wipe off the dipstick on the end after you've pulled it out so that we can take a proper reading. What you're looking for is the oil to be right at the top dot there, so anywhere between these two is acceptable, but if you put all 6 quarts in, it should be right at the top. It also says max. That basically means that it's full. So let's dip it back in and measure. Keep in mind, if you have not yet started the engine, it might measure a little bit above the max line, but that's okay. As long as you put 6 quarts in, you should be good to go. Dip it all the way in, pull it all the way back out. The oil level is right up here, so that's perfect. Now we can put the dipstick back in. Dip it all the way back down into the dipstick tube. Make sure it locks in. Now if your van had an oil change reminder on the dash, go ahead and reset that. If not, write down the mileage, and there you have it. Oil change is done.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.